shine on Happy Camper Life. We're loving, living, and learning online on Happy Camper Life.
Hi, this is Allison Miller from Happy Camper Live's Camp Shopping Channel, and we are here today with Erin Sparler from I Connect Crafts. So nice to meet you, Erin.
Good to see you. Nice to meet you
Yeah,
guys.
you too. So we met about, I would say it was about a year ago when we came across your amazing craft projects, and they are so unique and such a perfect fit for camps, which is why I had reached out to you to see if you would be interested in putting some packages together for the Camp Shopping Channel, and you were all in, which I love. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how I Connect Crafts started.
Sure. I love camps. I'm a big outdoors woman. I'm an avid hiker, a downhill skier, and
Oh,
I always went to camp as a kid. I went to 4 weeks of summer camp every summer in Vermont. So I love the camp experience. It's just, you make so many friends. I still have a friend that I went to camp with to this day. And so when I had children of my own, I had two sons. I was really blessed to have two sons. And I live in rural Pennsylvania, and we find a lot of nature in our backyard. We live right up against a nature preserve. And we find box turtles, we find American toads, we have deer, right? We have blue-tailed skinks. And my sons would find them and catch them and name them and wanted to keep them. And they were little, and you know how little kids are. They want to keep the box turtle, and you say, "Honey, you can't. They're protected." So I said, "Well, we'll go to Michael's, and I'll just get you one. We'll make a box turtle craft." Well, I went to Michael's, and I went to the art stores in the region, and nobody had any nature crafts
interesting.
for young boys
Hmm.
or nature based, right? The majority of the crafts tended to be not environmentally themed or conscious.
Oh,
So after a long extensive search, I thought, wait a minute, I'm an artist. I'll make you a box turtle. I'll make you a toad. I'll make you these animals. And so that's how it all started, is I started making these jointed animals. They move, their heads move, their wings move, their tails move. So I started making these crafts, and the animals were jointed. They could move. And so they have little joints where you put they already have the hole. It's already
right.
popped out. You just pop the pieces out. You put them together with mini brads. And then, as I said, their heads move, their tails move, their wings move. Everything moves so that you
So
can play
fun.
with your animal and tell stories about it.
That's really, really fun. So when you talked about how they get put together, can you show us that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So, for example, let's see here. Um, Let me just see if I don't know if I have one unassembled, but with these, you can see this little crab here.
Hmm.
He has each piece is jointed and his claws move and his legs move. And the secret sauce to these is actually the mini brads. So I'm wondering if you can see one of these on the back of, this might be a little hard to see online, but can you see the back of the tail of
Yes.
this star? This is a seahorse, and you can see that the whole thing is jointed and moves, and they're just mini brads. So if you're familiar with the brass brads that come on the manila envelopes,
Right.
yeah, you
Hmm.
just stick it through and then
Right.
you bend the prongs open and you
Right.
press it down. No tools required.
Right.
That's the secret sauce.
Yes. And I wanted you to explain that because I didn't know what the Brads were when we first started talking until I realized that, oh, so in the kits, there's like hundreds of them that come so that they can connect all of these different pieces. And that's what makes it movable.
Yeah.
so there's so many aspects of what makes this fun for kids and for campers. And the first part is choosing your animal, I
Yep.
think. And so you put together a bundle that has like a lot of different options for the kids. So there's in different theme bundles, there might be bats or butterflies or dragonflies. And then included in there is also the mini brads. And what's not included, but what every art department has anyway, are the supplies to paint and decorate the totems.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I went a little crazy once I started making these, and I made every animal I could possibly think of pretty much. There are 43 different animals in our line. This is sort of what they look like blank. This is the larger space set, and it's all assembled, but just blank. Now, this set is the 3D tunnel book and the space theme, and you can see it has an astronaut and it has a satellite and it has all the planets and it has some rings, but it has a hole that goes down through it. So that was the next thing that we ended up making was a house for them, a book for them. And they just assemble with D rings, which come included with the larger kits. Or they can put in a 3-ring binder. But what you guys have are the animals, the
Right.
individual animals. And so we put together a bug set for you which
Yes.
has I have 5 different bugs. I believe a
Mhm.
grasshopper, a butterfly, a bumblebee. What else is in it, Allison?
Let's see. Grasshopper, butterfly, bumblebee. We've got spider
Oh, yes.
and yeah, bee, butterflies, dragonflies, grasshoppers, and spiders. And actually, what happened was I went through with you each of the different totems that you had, and we put them together in ways that we kind of themed them for
Yeah.
the camp. So there's a weather packet, there's the pop-up bugs, there's the animals, the birds,
Oh, yeah.
predatory. And then we have horses as well. So we really try to have a variety of different types of bundles for
Yeah.
everybody.
Allison, I love that weather set you put together. Now, the
Hmm.
weather set is really interesting because it's a little bit different than the totem poppet animals. The totem
Right,
poppet animals, you pop the pieces out, you put them together with the mini brads. But
right.
the weather set that we made for you is part of the lace up set. And the lace up set, you just use string, ribbon, leather, lace, chain to put your pieces together. So, for example, this is a little example of how 2 of the lace-ups come. They have chipboard. They're 100% recycled chipboard made in the USA. And when you pop the pieces out and put them together, you can then make, in this example, those pieces that I just showed you, the wings are
Hmm.
attached using the mini brads. And this is the corset set, the mini corsets, and it's laced up with this is like a hemp twine, a
Right,
real
which
rough
we have
twine.
plenty of in camp.
Yeah. And then we did one in black. So we've got sort of a duality, you know, and then you can move these as well. So the lace-ups are a little bit different because you've got the cloud and it's got raindrops that dangle
Yes,
from the
it's
cloud.
very pretty, the
Hmm.
raindrops. And we also, in the weather pack, we put moons and stars as well. So we
Hmm.
have the rain clouds and then the moons and the stars. So there's, a really nice variety. And then when you lace these together, again, the kids there's more steps to it. So it's not just the assembly, it's decorating them, making them their own.
Yeah. I think I have an example right here on the bookshelf behind me of a moon
Okay,
in clouds, if you'd like to see.
great.
So here's some of the lace-up designs. This is the lace-up hearts, broken hearts, so you can
Pretty.
stitch your heart back together. And this
Mhm.
is just a collage. The underlayment is old book pages, and here is the moon and clouds. So let me see if I can show you
Yeah,
here.
that's so pretty.
Thank you. This is just collage. So this is
Uh-huh.
tissue paper here. This is some old lace that
Oh,
is
pretty.
attached. So it's textural and it's got white paint on top of it. And then the cloud is attached with double-sided foam tape. And then these little raindrops I actually attached with a little bit of metal. This is like a very, very thin, easy to manipulate metal. So it has a little bit of glimmer. But you could also use a fishing line, you
Right.
could use string, and I just made this really messy. I painted the cloud white, and then I added some swirly details with a white pen.
Yeah.
And
You
it's
know what's
just going up.
interesting
Yeah, yeah.
is creating these multimedia projects is so is very important for the kids to have that ability to collage and take, like you said, the lace and even glue. I know we've been doing stuff with like glue and string in glue and putting that on the background as well. So you can have these standalones where the kids make their totems and they can bring them home, or the lace ones, but to be able to incorporate that into another type of project, gives you
Yeah.
a lot of, creativity. The kids a lot of
Yeah.
creativity. I really love that. If you turn it around one more time, I think it's
Yeah.
really pretty. And there's a lot of mixed media in there. And yeah, there's a lot of way to make that your own. It's very pretty.
Yeah, I love mixed media. And when my boys were little, they still have some insecurities about their own artwork. And they will say, "Oh, I can't make it as good as you, Mom." And I say, "Well, honey, I went to college for this. Just make a beautiful mess." And so now they repeat that back to me a lot of times. They'll say, "Oh, let's just make a beautiful mess." Actually, these little guys here, the little teardroplet shape have a stick-on gem.
Yes, I
So,
noticed that too. Yes.
yeah.
That's very pretty. And that's very trendy too. And what else? A lot of projects that I'm seeing for camps this summer are putting the gems on to
Hmm.
different things. They'll show
Yeah.
you a soda bottle and then you like, you know,
Yeah.
clam
Yeah.
up the soda bottle. So there's a lot you can do with those little gems as well.
Yeah. So this
Um,
is just tissue paper ripped, a little bit of leftover lace, the rain lace up cloud with raindrops, the lace up version, which is in your weather packet. And then it's some paint pens for detail work and some little gemstones and just a bunch of glue and some tape.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And with the totems, one of the things that I think I really liked about your projects, and they come in bulk, but you do have the different parts in the kit. And one are the cards, the explanation of what the totems are. So I was
Oh,
wondering if we could
yes.
talk a little bit about that because those
Of
are
course.
really meaningful.
Thank you. Those are deeply informed and researched. So, my background is as a college professor. I do have a traditional art background. And so, it was really important to me that each one incorporates symbolism in it because I'm fascinated with the symbolism inherent in fine art. And so, each one of the animals does come with a card where we researched the symbolism of the creature, hence the word totem, right? And then
Right.
you pop it out of the pieces. That's also a term of endearment in, I believe, European English culture. If you're a puppet, you're my puppet. So each animal has this symbolism, and it has a write-up about a short paragraph, um, where it talks about the symbolism of the character or the animal or the creature, either in mythology, like the seal, I believe, talks about the legends of the Selkies. Um, some of them talk about the symbolism in Native American culture. So the box turtle has some of the legend and lore from Native American culture. And then each of those paragraphs ends with a question that is supposed to inspire you, and sort of give you some ideas. Like I believe the grasshopper talks about leap forward because they can
Mhm.
make these incredible bounds and leaps and they only really go forward. They don't go backwards.
It's interesting.
So each one has a fun little write-up.
Yeah. And I
If
think
you
what is really nice is we look at a traditional arts and crafts program in a camp, which this really fits in so well. And it's hard, I think, sometimes to find projects that the boys get really excited about. And you said, this kind of came from your experience with your own boys. But also having projects that you can use in a nature craft project form, because I know a lot of camps run nature craft
Yeah.
activities. Some even have outdoor spaces separate from their arts and crafts where it's just nature crafts. And then, all the painting you could be doing with, finding pine needles and using that to decorate and to use for paint. So you
Oh
really have a
yeah,
lot of
petals.
pebble,
Petals and leaves. That would be
right?
amazing.
Yes, yes. So there's a lot of opportunity to be super creative and make a special event day out of it.
Mhm.
So we do something where we have the kids find their totem and we walk them through this little journey. It's really cool.
Oh, I love
Yeah, and so kids, I don't know if I have the book sitting here, but I think it's called Nature Speaks, and it has like each animal or animals speak, and then it tells you what each animal the meaning is, the spiritual meaning, those things the kids find super interesting. And then to build a day over, with that theme. And then
it.
you can have the kids discover their totem and then you can have them,
Yeah,
decorate it and they can share that. It's a lot of nice things that you can do that are very, appropriate for a summer camp.
yeah.
So
I believe I have that same book. It's by Ted Andrews.
yes,
Yes, and
normally
he's
I
a
have it
Native
on my,
American elder.
yes.
Yes. In fact, I used a lot of that to inform our research.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Allison, would you guys like a sneak peek at the warehouse, our little warehouse here of the Totem
Yeah,
Poppets?
that would be great. I think I got to see it once, so I would
Yeah.
love to share
I would
it.
love to, we are small woman-owned business.
Yep.
And so I will give you a sneak peek. You were in my little crafting center there, but I'll give you guys a sneak peek of our shelves of Totem Poppets back here in our little area. And you can see let's see here, let's find the frog. Here is the original frog that I made. And here is the turtle that I think inspired our designs. So I'll just read it to you. Turtles carry their homes on their backs. Some Native American tribes believe that the turtle carried the world on its back, or that the 13 moons of the seasons was represented on the turtle's shell. There's so much symbolism inherent in the turtle totem. When a turtle shows up in your life, remember to look up and observe the miracle of the moon and the passing seasons. If the turtle's your totem, while you know that there is no place like home, you're also able to make yourself at home wherever you are. And so here you can see our shelves of our many different designs, and I pick and pack a lot of these ourselves to ship to you. Here's the
It's wonderful.
moon and stars that I showed you, or excuse me, the moon and the raindrops. And it looks like this. You just pop your pieces out, 100% recycled chipboard, nice heavy weight. These will
Right.
take anything you throw at them. Like you
And
can
they'll make their
collage
way
this.
home after the camp day or after the summer. And Erin, in our packages, are they packaged that way or are they loose? I just want to make sure it's clear to the camps.
These come with everything still in the package to protect them.
Great.
So they are individually packaged in this nice plastic sleeve. So you could put your design back in the sleeve. the plastic sleeve and protect it,
Right.
right? So it wouldn't get dinged up or
That's
whatever.
perfect. So write every camper's name on there, and
Mm-hmm.
then it's very impressive. It's a really nice project for a parent to see because of the learning, the art, and everything that goes along with it.
Yeah. I believe, is this the stars? I believe this might
Yes,
be the stars.
those are
And
the
this can be
stars.
used for a garland. So this package comes with 12 stars, and they're fairly good size. They're almost an
Mhm.
inch and a half, 2 inches each. They have a hole at the top. So this is a really nice set because you can just use string, ribbon, leather, lace, chain, and make a garland. But you could
Right,
also make little place settings, like each kid could just get one and write their name on it and then attach it to their luggage or their backpack or something like that. It could be a little keychain.
right. Yeah, it's interesting because you are an artist, and so you think like an art director. So I think for camp directors that are listening, this is the type of product that you get into your hands of your the head of arts and crafts, and they are going to, come up with a million things that we haven't even thought about.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the moon and stars.
Hmm.
So this one you would dangle your stars from the moon, from
That
this
one's
crescent
really
moon.
pretty.
It really enhances dexterity because you need to learn to tie a bow or tie a knot to attach your string to the moon and then to the stars as well.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
Thank you. Yeah.
So
You know,
you won an award recently. We want to
oh,
brag a little bit. In our last few minutes of the podcast, let's really brag.
sure, sure. So, we just won Best Art and Craft Kit from Autism Live. So our medium 3D tunnel books won for being inclusive for children that are on the spectrum or things like that. So these are these little medium sets, and these medium sets come with everything included in them. I know you guys don't carry these tunnel books, but that's the one that won for Autism Live. I believe the butterfly and dragonfly set won. This is our this is dragons. And then I just was nominated. I didn't win, I will say that, but I was nominated as one of just 6 or 7 people for Toy Inventor of the Year by the Toy Book. So I was really, really flattered by that.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so very exciting.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That is a really big deal, for sure. And I love the stories when we create things based on, our families. And a lot of the products on the Camp Shopping channel are, I'm bringing the actual inventors to.
Yeah.
I
This is
love
the
that.
bumblebee.
Love the bumblebee. That's super cute. Kids
Yeah.
don't always love the bees at camp, but this kind of bee they might like.
Yeah, I love this little guy.
Yeah, my totem is the owl. That's my totem.
Oh, yes, I love the owl. He's over here. Where did he? Oh, here he
Right
is.
there.
He
Yeah.
is one of our most popular, and he comes with a moon or she. This could be a
Mhm.
snow owl, it could be a barn owl, it could be, whatever you want, and it comes with a moon as well. This is a nice, easy one. Some of the sets are easier than others. The ones
Mhm.
like this owl that have lesser joints are
Right.
easier. And then the ones like the horse are more complicated. The horse has 12 joints, so it's fully articulated, and you could use it to make stop motion animation.
Yes, and we have a horse bundle
Yes, you
on the
do.
site that's just horses. So I think that's a
Oh,
great
he's up
product
high here.
as
I don't know
well.
if I can reach him. The horse comes with 2 heads. So it actually comes with 2 heads and wings. One head has a horn, so it can be a unicorn,
Hmm.
and one head does not. And then it also has wings so that you could make a Pegasus
Right.
or you could make an alicorn,
That's
a
wonderful.
unicorn and a Pegasus. But these are for more like a tween. These are probably
Yeah.
for your horse-loving young ladies because they are articulated all the way down to the hooves.
Yeah, and there are quite a few horse camps out there. This is a great project for a horse camp because, kids aren't on the horses all day. There's
Yeah.
times when they do projects as well. So I highly recommend that project for them. So I want to thank you, Erin. We could probably spend all day together playing, and thank you for like showing us the warehouse and
Of course.
explaining, how I Connect Craft came to be. It's a great story. The products are great. And
Thank you.
I believe we're going to have some samples at the Tri-State Camping Conference as well. So hopefully people can touch and feel some of them. I just think it's a great product, and it's a one that provides a really good solution for camps that are really looking for projects that are going to get all of the kids excited. So I'm glad we connected.
Yeah,
Um,
thank you. Thank you for having
yeah,
me on. And I got to tell you, horse camps are near and dear to me because I went to horse camp 4 weeks every summer and I loved it. I have great memories from camp and I think it's a rite of passage and a wonderful memory creating thing.
yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being such a camp enthusiast, and
Oh,
we will
definitely.
connect again soon. Thank you.
Of course. Thanks for having me on and it's nice to meet all of you guys.
Take a moment to shine.